Hello everyone. When I practice alone, it takes me a moment to remember each mantra. Because this is class, I don't want to make a mistake. So I'll be following on my list. Seal number 8. Let's put ourselves in the mood. Om Vajrabhadra Hum Pat, Om Vajrabhadra Hum Pat, Om Vajrabhadra Hum Pat. Om Jalarora Manaira Hum Pat, Om Jalarora Manaira Hum Pat, Om Jalarora Manaira Hum Pat. Om Jala Jala Vajra Hum Pat, Om Jala Jala Vajra Hum Pat, Om Jala Jala Vajra Hum Pat. Om Dasadaja Duvini Du Devataya Hum Pat, Om Dasadaja Duvini Du Devataya Hum Pat, Om Dasadaja Duvini Du Devataya Hum Pat. Rajasana. Om Nabanavanapaya Mahasrija Swaha. Om Nabanavanapaya Mahasrija Swaha. Om Nabanavanapaya Mahasrija Swaha. It's the Kalmya Vajra. Om Vajrazana Pranapadaya Swaha. Om Vajrazana Pranapadaya Swaha. Om Vajrazana Pranapadaya Swaha. Om Vajranaya Hum Pat. Om Vajranaya Hum Pat. Om Vajranaya Hum Pat. Did I just do a mistake? Anyway. Alright. Dvogaya Duvo. Okay, this is the one. This is pleasant. The 8th seal. Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Let's just speak about the word Gaya. Ga is a movement, and Ya is an accord or a relationship or some kind of grammar rule that produces an association. Okay. So Gaya is to get. It's a movement toward us, to obtain, to acquire, or to get. That's Gaya. Duvo is more from above, or wishing for a higher quality. Okay, but it is the word. Depending on the context, it means more. In other contexts, it means above. So, Duvo, Gaya Duvo, more from above, getting more from above. Varni. Okay. And it is a Swaham mantra. Yeah. Varni, again, a word that has different meanings depending on context. It usually means colorful, of many different colors. But it also has to do with perception, to be able to see many colors. Okay. Varni, in this case, if we say we get more colors from above, what does it mean? You can feel your crown chakra. Well, I do because I've been practicing for a while now. Various colors from above. The mudra, the quintessence mudra, okay? So, seal number 7, Vajrahompat, the fearless giver, is all fingers just relaxed. And go like this. Okay, so that's the fearless giver mudra from stage 7, Vajranaya. This is the mudra of the right. Okay, 3 fingers are together and the pinky is just a bit off. The pinky is relaxed, but the 3 fingers are not tight but together. Okay, a very qigong kind of. Okay. We separate the pinky a bit so that these 3 fingers will work together. We would do Vajra Atma Bhujam, for example, with these fingers. Okay. So the fearless giver is on the left hand an attitude. In spiritual philosophy, in Qigong, the left hand receives, or the left hand indicates a passive. This is my left hand. The right hand gives, or indicate an active aspect. Now in seal number 7, we use the left hand or the passive hand with the idea of fearless giving. Okay. That means we're not actively giving. We're in a passive attitude that giving is done without insecurity. Okay. Charity in its refined, holy way. Charity without expecting anything. Now, with the right hand on seal number 8, get. It is the right hand, so you actively go get. We won't have the arrogance to pretend we can command the universe to give us its quintessence or its divine substance. But we can actively be in a state of receiving, put ourselves in an active, I am focusing on getting the holy energies from above. And these are the various colors that we're talking about. The Chinese decided to put a crystal ball with a bird inside. You're holding a crystal ball with a bird inside. That's their image. It's a bit cheesy. I don't know how to translate cheesy in another language. Cheap, but it's an easy association. The bird just signifies a colorful bird above. Holy substances, okay? The Hindu would put Garuda, the colorful bird, as a symbol as the resources of Vishnu that comes to the world. Okay, so these are the various links. Although the seal number 7, the left hand, is a passive state of give as it happens. Usually with the left hand we receive, but now it's with the right hand that we say that we get, which means we are actively receiving. We're active, we're consciously requesting and making ourselves available to receive the holy essence from above. Quintessence, what does it mean? The essence of the elements that have been refined. Okay? Quintessence means the fifth essence. Okay? Quint is about 5. It is seal number 8. The Kabbalists would enjoy associated with Chet, the letter of accomplishing something. But you have to remember, these 42 seals are 2 per letter from Bet to Tav. The first 2 seals about Bet, 3 and 4 about Gimel, 5 and 6 about Dalet, 7 and 8 is about He, the pentagram, the 5 elements, the will of God. Okay? So Vajranaya, seal 7, Vajranaya, the fearless giver. You have the power of the pentagram because you are the fearless one. And you provide. And seal number 8, you are receiving these elements, the quintessence from the heavens. Good. That was my parenthesis for the Kabbalists. So it's very technical this morning, but hey, there were technicalities to cover. So, left hand, fearless giver, seal number 7. That's my left hand. Just keep in mind, in the video, it gives you the impression it's reversed. Okay? It's like a mirror. 8 seal is the right hand, the active hand, that is summoning, invoking. Usually we receive with the left hand, but now we're not receiving with the right hand. We are actively asking. Duvo, Gaia Duvo Varni. Duvo, Gaia Duvo Varni. Receiving the quintessence from above. That invocation works like a transmigration. You focus on an effect, and the effect is produced. Okay? I've done a lot of comparison to seal number 7 for you to see the flow of one into the other. And the difference between the left is receiving, the right is giving, but also the left is a passive or a natural state, and the right is an active action. Okay? Exactly, Raven, what she just wrote, actively asking to receive quintessence from above. Actively means you're still in meditation and you're still relaxed. But it is a request. You're not going to passively wait for it. You're going to say, Ho, highly heavens, Vishnu radiance, emanations of the most glorious essence of Brahma into this manifest world. In all the various colors that you can take, I summon thee. And you make the Varni Mudra, okay? The quintessence. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Twice there is the word duvo. The first one, duvo, from above, is to put your focus in your transmigration. Your focus is on above. The second duvo, Gaya duvo, is receiving from above. Now the event is summoned. That's the summoning part. And the Varani becomes the subject or the object of our request. Typical transmigration kind of thing. Focus on something and on an event that happens and it manifests. Because of the many practices of Vajra before, we will not develop the arrogance to pretend we can command the universe to give us. But we let it flow. Jalarora Manaira. Just let go of the control of your mind. Jalarora, just let it flow. Jala Jala Vajra. It just flows in, it just comes. It naturally happens if you allow it. It is meant to be that way. So when you say, I don't fear giving, I let it flow. So passively you make yourself into the Vajranaya, the attitude of this Vajra. And now you'll focus on the fact that you're getting from the heavens. Okay? So it's not a summon like if you imposed anything. It's simply acknowledging that it already happens. I am receiving from above the quintessence. It's naturally occurring when you have the proper Vajra state. That's what happens. You focus on it, so it amplifies and it happens. Now my fingers tend to just split a bit, okay, because I relax the hand. That's the original mudra, and then, at one point you just want to not be concentrating too much. So yeah, I tend to split a tad the fingers, not intentionally. Okay, that's good so far. You've done a review of 1 to 7, and Shivagam did it a bit longer than I expected, but it was fun for you guys. Apparently it was a rush. That's good. I did not follow his class. I just got comments from people. And the goal was for me to disengage from the process so that you could be on your own with it. Okay. Now we're starting a new series, so I'm with you again. Okay. Now you have your work on yourself that is done. Well, you have worked on yourself in the last 8 weeks. Personal growth and spiritual practice. And it is that works that gives the most results, that mudra, that mantra, that dharma. Okay. And if you visualize, well, the mandala also. Naturally, there will be a chakra because the crown will naturally respond to whatever is a focus above. But the focus is not just above. Get from above does not mean that you are there. It means that you are here. The affirmation, I get from above, suggests that you are here and incarnate. It doesn't say that you are going above to swim amongst the stars. It says that you're getting from above, so you are not there. You're here, incarnate. Good. Let's recite it 3 times. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. You allow it to happen, and it is naturally occurring. In Star Wars, Yoda would say, you don't control the Force, and the Force does not control you. You just do it together. You're one with it. So it's not the arrogance of the ego's control. It is an intention, and it happens. And there is no arrogance because it's in harmony with the original intention of Brahma. It is in harmony with the universe, with creation, with evolution. We are supposed to receive from above. Let's get into the personal growth part. It is okay to receive. Huh? Oh. So do you have shame of receiving? Do you feel like the unworthy child? Looking at God and, oh, this is so great, I do not deserve these blessings. The guilt that you have of your past mistakes, the vision you have of yourself as someone who is not worth it, these emotions, these potentials, they will rise and confront this simple fact. Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni. I'm just receiving all the blessings from above. So if anything does not agree with that process, your vision of yourself, you'll feel conflicted because we like to dramatize. Oh, I don't deserve that. My response to this is, of course you don't. No one deserves the blessing. And no one doesn't deserve them either. The concept of deserving is a flaw, a misunderstanding. There is no deserving. Merecer, mériter. It is simply something that does happen, regardless you want it or not. You receive from the heavens the quintessence. You focus on it. I realized, I'm going to finish my phrase. You focus on it and it happens. I realized a few weeks back how absolutely spectacular is my life. With its up and downs and insecurities, but they're very mild compared to when I was a beggar in the street. When I had to go out at minus 30 degrees Celsius to beg because the pain of hunger was stronger than the pain of the cold, of the freezing fingers and the eyes that hurt because of spending too much time outside. In Canada, it gets cold in the winter. Being a beggar sucked. Okay. I tell you. That was the worst year of my life. I look at my life now, simple, cheap apartment, but beautiful. Yeah, I made it beautiful. Loving people around me, entertainment more than I wished for, just enough financial stability to be okay. Just to say, okay, I can make the next payments. I'm good. For me, it's a wonderful state of Kamarutadva. And because of that, I had in the last 2 months this, do I deserve this? Is that okay? To work so little to have everything I want. Well, I'm not rich because I don't work a lot. Because COVID decided I wouldn't. And I don't want to find a work outside if I'm satisfied with little or with just enough. I'm happy. Oh, I don't have little. Oh my God, I have so much. It's how I perceive it, of course. I eat every day. This satisfaction causes me to wonder, do I deserve that? Because of the beggar inside me that thinks this is not how life is. I understand one of the cool dudes. I won't say he's a friend, but I will say it's someone that I always cared for, Nick Verberg. He's going through all this up and down, about finances. And I've done it 20 years. I so much understand. I see a few of you are afraid of what is coming in the near future about your finances. The continued effect of the pandemic, the restrictions, having to go work for a boring job, shoveling snow, or in your country maybe cutting grass, or I don't know what it would be. I understand. I wonder why I'm so blessed. Well, I'm not blessed because I deserve it from God. Fuck no. I'm blessed with Kamarutadva because I worked 110 hours per week for about 15 years. And the other 15 years I was working only 60 to 80 hours a week. So that when the pandemic happened, I was like, dude, you work your 30 years like a horse in the field. You can have a stable moment. But I always worked, so I wonder if I deserve. So that is me. I still work, but never like before. I'm just sharing my experience because it's the story I have to tell about why I have these feelings of not deserving. What is resisting the Gaya Duvo, the receiving from above? Okay? Like for free. Just, you get it. On the physical plane, I still have to work. Yeah, make that financial reality function. Yeah. And some of the work is really unpleasant, but thank God I've done so much unpleasant work that now I have little unpleasant work. But it's a fact. We have to face this reality and embrace the challenges that it has. So when there are conditions in receiving physical stuff, money, sexuality, family experience, comfort, entertainment, when there's so much to give in this physical world to obtain something from the physical world, it cultivates in us, why am I receiving the blessings from heavens out of nowhere, like without condition? There's no exchange. That is because in the manifest world, we are in a world of duality and separation. And there is the concept of giving and taking. But in the spiritual world, we are one. even if we don't feel it yet. And no one is giving or receiving. It is a flow. It's just there. Everything in a single consciousness just flowing. So me in this world incarnate, focusing on the quintessence of consciousness from above. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. With my right hand. The right hand is doing the summons. Would I please get this? And it just, even the please that I just said is too much. There is no please with God. There's no separate entity to say please to. There's just the flow of quintessence. And it's flowing. Good? Is that good? We're okay? Yeah. So getting out of nowhere for no reason will come in conflict with the ideas of exchange and separate entities that are doing transactions. Okay? Just keep that in mind. That's what awakens every time I start receiving so much from the Gaia Duo. I receive without a transaction. It literally goes into my human concept of equity. Hey, I'm supposed to work for what I have. You're supposed to work in the world of duality and separation. To make the wheel go, there's a push and a pull. But the pure quintessence is Vishnu, it's right there. And it just requires you to take a moment and let it flow in. And this is, yeah, exactly. The process is not transactional. Very well said. Yeah. Prepare your mala. You might see yourself in the near future. Oh, I need to talk about the reverse thing. When you are born, you're a kid. You receive Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni. Okay, you receive from your parents and from the world. Whether you have good parents or not, you're alive today, so you had food and shelter. Okay, so it just comes. We do feel it during the childhood. But from the moment the teenagers start, this concept of transaction, the push and the pull, starts to happen. And I did have reactions like a child, not lately, but I don't know, my 30s, my 20s. I was impressed once because it was after the state of Buddhahood. And I had a childish, but the world is supposed to take care of me. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Because I knew that a spiritual master in India would not pay his house. All the disciples just pitch in and they pay it in one shot. And he's a spiritual master. He doesn't have to take care of these things. So that feeling rose. Whoa, what is this bullshit? This looks like Brahmanical manipulation. The Brahmins are awesome, okay? I'm not judging them. Sometimes they have this little thing about superiority. Yeah, because, I mean, the title and everything. I was thinking, wanting my disciples to pay my house is childish. It's a child that just wants to get from the parents. That is not the lessons that will bring me power. I paid my house. Then I gave it away. I paid it with my effort and my work. There were donations, of course, but these donations, they helped, of course. These donations were like, take that, Maha, and do whatever you want with it. Well, bought video games, a bottle of wine, a bit on the house. Yeah, it happens. But I worked for it, for the house. I worked for paying it. And that is what kept me as a powerful being. I worked for it. I embraced the reality of working for what I have in this physical world. And that is what brings power in this physical world. That's what allowed me to keep manifesting matter or doing miracles on the physical plane. You work as a human in fun jobs and boring jobs in order to spin the wheel of abundance in this world of duality. And this is how you learn to pull and to push with your body and with your consciousness. That makes you powerful. That makes you an incarnate being. So when you see the potential of the child just wanting the parents to take care of it, like, God, can you just give it to me and not have me work for it? When you have that feeling, just remember, that is ego. That's arrogance. That cuts the Gaia duo. That it conflicts with. You're going to receive from the heavens the resources you need so you can go on earth and do the work of God. Work of God. Work. In this case, the metaphor work of God has a lot of flaws, so I don't want to go into that. But yeah, work is how you spin the wheel of abundance. My good friend Sean Zemba for years asked me, how can I get more abundance? And I was saying, get a job. And he was asked me counseling about how to get out of depression. And I would answer, get a job. He said, how can he feels so lonely? How can I attract women? Because I feel lonely and I want to attract a girlfriend. Get a job. Like a girl doesn't want to be with your sorry ass right now. Get a job. Work. Produce abundance. Okay, how can I get more spiritual realization? Get a job. Sean, get a job. It's just like, get a fucking job. The first years were hard for him because as a child he was just getting from his environment. But he became powerful. And now he's known as someone with wisdom and power because he kept the wheel spinning for years. He still does. He asked me, how long do I have to keep making this effort to make the wheel of abundance roll until I can get what I wanted? The power, a girl, the abundance. I said, for as many years have you stayed jobless and dependent and sucking other people? And he just went like, oh, fuck, that long? Exactly. And that's what happened. It went quicker, actually. It went a bit quicker because he worked with diligence. So that's the story about someone else that I admire because he made it happen. And he is powerful in this physical world. Okay? So, unless you are retired or physically unable to do it, get a job. Maha, I'm depressed. Get a job. Oh, I feel so lonely. Get a job. And go see friends. Yeah, that's good. All right, that was the other part I wanted to talk about, the Gaia Duvo. I was about to forget, but then I remembered. I'm happy. Mara with the left hand, yeah, because the right hand is going to be doing the Gaya Duvo Varni, the mudra of quintessence. Oh yeah, so the word Varni means colorful, but it refers to the quintessence of the 5 different elements, and these are the colors. Don't get stuck in which color is which element, okay? Don't get stuck there, okay? Manaira, let your mind flow, go, all right? Good. Right hand. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. 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 Just a bit faster. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. 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 Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om 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 Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni 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 Swaha. Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo 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 Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om 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 Daya Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Seventh seal. Om Vajranaya Hum Pat. Om Vajranaya Hum Pat. Om Vajranaya Hum Pat. Eighth seal. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. Om Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni Swaha. The mudras are resting on the knees. I lift my hands only for the camera, for you to see it, and I go like this, but they're just resting on the knees. I usually say the mantra slower without a mala. We do a mala for the purpose of initiation. And sometimes Duvo Gaya Duvo Varni is not words we're used to say in Sanskrit. They're the first appearance in our tradition. So even me, the muscles didn't get the Gaya Duvo Varni kind of. I can utter a lot of Prityor Moksha Mamritat, very easily, but simple Duvo Varni, it made my habits. It was weird. Because when I practiced it, I just sit a long period of time and just practice the mudra. And I keep the previous mudra for the other hand, and I practice the mudra. Doing a mala is a very efficient way to get it in our system. And some contemplation, just a few minutes is good enough. Hey, that was fun. Love you guys. Peace.